The way you make it sound is like I log into my phone and right then and there, I'm fully authenticated in every direction. Therefore, every service I use through my phone should just know who I am. Is that right?
Not every service. Let's go back and take it forward about security. So let's take the design points of what this idea and what passkeys does. FIDO, the protocol, Fast Identity Online Protocol, that's now a W3C standard. It's built in the browsers. You can build an app on it. You can use the browser to interface to it. The backend system is what enrolls you. If it is supporting the FIDO protocol, and FIDO works very much like a communication protocol. Let me describe it, and then we'll jump into you ask. It works very much like a comm protocol. When somebody wants to enroll you in FIDO, basically the protocol says, hey, do you have a FIDO-enabled capability on your device, on your phone? Is your phone FIDO-enabled? Okay, was it built at manufacturing, which is the best way? Does it have a FIDO key on it? Or does your microphone have a FIDO key? Components in your phone can have it and have multiple. Does your camera have a FIDO key? The point is, you can make any of those things FIDO enabled. And so your phone would come back and say, yeah, I've got these 7 items that are FIDO enabled, and here's their characteristics, which is really cool. You can tell me the security level that they've been tested against. You then, the backend server, automatically, what computers are good at, is go, great, by our policies, we're going to enroll maybe 2 or 3 of those, or only 1. We're going to enroll your fingerprint reader or your camera. Okay? We're going to enroll that as the FIDO instance. And the next time you log in, it's going to ask you to take a selfie. Now, there's a whole bunch of great tech underneath this for another time. We've deployed this to literally tens of millions of people in places like Verizon, in places like Mizuho Bank, and like MUFG around the world, where tens of millions of users are now using this to log in to their bank accounts, to e-commerce vendors, etc. That's the idea of once I log in and I've been enrolled, I now have a private key that stays in my device, stored in hardware, so it's the best thing we know how to do. And I have a public key, if you know and your audience knows public-private key pair. It basically is using the best thing we know how to do on the internet, public-private key cryptography, to authenticate you. And I can come back and even tell the relying party's service environment, the finger, the phone, all of that in one pass, because I bound you, your device, and the service that you were enrolled in. And to steal it, to mimic, to phish you, if I phish you and say, hey, click here, and you click on it and think you're going to eBay, it'll come back and say, there is no FIDO correspondent at this website. There's nothing to phish because you've got the private key on your device in hardware and the public key is now in your account. There is no personal information that you send. Any of your biometrics or anything, all stay locally in hardware, protected and encrypted. So we don't have these big password databases or these big databases of biometrics on the back end. It's one of the most misunderstood pieces of FIDO. Nothing in the biometric vein goes and gets stored on a database on the relying party. We reduced that, not only friction for you logging in, cool, right? You can log in now. And by the way, we can even take that a step further. Once we nest that key pair, because the key pairs don't transfer back and forth, all you're getting is a challenge. The challenge says, you should have a private key somewhere on your device in hardware, and it should correspond to this challenge. You swipe it, done. If you nest that key in hardware, we can even take it without you doing that the next time you log in. So the point is, we can literally remove the friction from login, and yet it's based on a much more secure underlying piece, and you, the user, don't have to know anything about keys, you don't have to know anything about databases, all that goes away. You just want to log in and get on with your life. Fundamentally, that's what FIDO is designed to do.
This episode of IT Visionaries is brought to you by Salesforce. With Salesforce's low-code app dev tools, you can be more efficient, more productive, and save money by reducing development time by up to 90%. Get Salesforce's low-code playbook and increase time to value for your team and your customers. Visit salesforce.com/ITV today.